All right, guys. I just want to thank you guys for watching, and hopefully you guys can hear me through the device. I'm gonna actually double check the sound for this, because you never know. So gotta make sure. Okay, let's make sure that everything's working on YouTube. So let me go to my channel here. And make sure that I'm here. Cool. Okay. Cool. All right. There we are. Okay, so everything's working. All right, so we have Pico 4 5.90 Chinese firmware today. It's been quite a few things today. I'm actually downloading it now. It's taking some time, and then I'm going to break it down with the tool that I have. So with the tools that I have, I'm not going to try to flash it. I don't think I should, because I have a global and I don't really want to screw it up. But maybe I should try it to see if I can do a region switch on it. I don't know. But yeah, anyway, it is what it is. But let's go ahead and look at this. The Pico 4 Chinese released. Screencast to the browser now supports using a fixed domain address. Sharpling picoxr.com, and then the port number. So, okay, cool. You can now submit in quick settings and feedback now, uploading recordings, and supports the ability to convert your voice to text. Hand tracking reduces the latency from stationary to mobile, improves the success rate of pinch, and optimizes the hand tracking stability when you're moving your hand. Supports spatial audio to enhance the viewing experience. Optimize the video playlist. Fix the problem that when the playlist contains too many videos, it will no longer be displayed or play back incorrectly, and the full fly screen can read the playlist of the current recognition success rate or something like that. Okay, so let's go ahead and optimize system performance for watching VR and HDR videos to improve battery life. Okay, so more to come, I guess. When it comes to that, I don't know what's inside this one. They said that there was supposed to be for Streaming Assistant 10. We're yet to see that. And let's go ahead and I'm going to close this out. See here, let's go ahead, refresh. Pico link, still 9562. Click on beta 962. Okay, so we're opening up a new one. It's still 956. So there's no new things there either for Streaming Assistant. Okay. Got both the non-OEM and OEM in here, and yeah, there is. I will be uploading the environment for APK that I have on my Pico 3, so that you guys will have that pretty soon, so that you guys can use it on yours for the new environments that are existent. Let's see. I should be charging my Pico in case I want to flash it. So let me grab my Pico 4, make sure that I have it ready to flash, because I don't want it to be not ready in case I want to flash it. Maybe I should flash it and test the region switcher on it, see if the region switcher is working. Maybe I should do that, because that would be important to know if region switching is working on the Pico 3 or on the Pico 4's Chinese firmware. So maybe I should just flash it just for the hell of it. But I'm going to try the breakdown first and see what Streaming Assistant is in here. Okay. Because it's going to be good to know. Maybe I should just flash it to find out what Streaming Assistant's on it. I don't really care, because I'm using Streaming Assistant anyway, and I'm not really using any of the global apps. So it may not be that big of a deal. So we'll have to see where that's at on the streaming assist on the store. And they might have not updated the store either, so who knows. Okay, so we got 18 seconds here. Let's go ahead and do this real quick here. Make sure it's done downloading. I don't want to move it and then it be still downloading. Okay, so we're going to go ahead, throw it into the DXY tool. And then we're going to open up DXY. We're going to click on okay, 953. It's confusing. User Phoenix, right? Okay. Okay, I'm going to actually move these other ones into a folder, just extra. Okay, let's try again. I don't know why, but my DXY tool ain't working right. There it is. Okay, cool. 55. So we're going to do a ROM zip. Then we're going to do 1. Okay, there we go. Cool. I was like, oh, why isn't it working? It was just glitching. Okay, so I'm tearing down the update here, and it's going through the updates pretty fast, which isn't normal. So yeah. Let's see here. Well, the vendor image is actually taking longer. Now the system dat thing, if I open it up, it causes problems, so I have to wait for it to finish. Then I'm going to upload the streaming assistant to the device, and then maybe I'll just like see if it works that way, if there's an update for the new streaming assistant. But there was supposed to be a new streaming assistant, but it's Pico, so. And it might be in the store, I don't know, once I update. So we'll have to see. Okay. Man, there's been a lot of updates these days. Let's see what's going on in Discord. Yeah. It's in releases now. Okay, cool. All right, cool. So we got that. So let's go ahead and go into User Phoenix 950 system. P4. Alright, so let's grab the thing here. I guess the Pico Neo 3. Yeah, we don't need that. We need the Pico Neo 4. Okay, so we're going to go to download. And we're going to go to here. Fuck, man. I hate this fucking cable. It's a piece of shit. Fucking hell. Hate this cable. I need to get a new one. Turn this off. Okay, let's grab my controller. Let's see how she runs. Okay. It's a downgrade. So there's no new stream. There's no new stream assistant on the Pico for latest firmware. Oh, hey, Vox Gaming. Yeah. Hi. Yep. I've been kind of revealing my face on live streams. So the streaming assistant that's from the 9.5 whatever is not a newer one. But what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna flash the firmware over to my Pico. Just so I can test the region switcher on the latest firmware. Probably shouldn't do it, but you only live once, right? So I'm gonna grab this and we're gonna copy it, and then we're gonna go over to the downloads and we're just gonna grab the Pico. Oops. How are you doing, Vox Gaming? Are you having a good day? I'm having a wonderful day. It's been a hell of a day. It's actually pretty busy at work today, so I'm actually pretty exhausted. Okay, I got the deload folder. Go ahead and drop this in. And we're just going to do an update. It may not work because my USB-C cable is a piece of trash. It shouldn't take 13 minutes to transfer. So I don't know why my USB cable is such junk. It shouldn't take that long. Try again. I need a new cable. I'll be right back. This thing's a piece of trash. I really do hate that thing. I've heard that about the Pico 4 is going to cancel the Pico 5. Yep, I heard the same thing. It's most likely because ByteDance does not want to invest any more money into it. And they say they want to make it a competitor to this thing called a Vision Pro from Apple, which is probably going to be dog shit. But it's what they want to do, I guess, with their lives. A Vision Pro, we're going to go ahead and instead of fighting against Facebook, we're going to go ahead and try to compete against Apple. Yeah. Already see how shitty it is with their Macs. Sorry. It's just dumb. I don't understand, like, why they have to be, like, trying to compete with other companies when they already have a good enough situation, you know? Okay, I'm going to grab this really short USB-C cable, because maybe this really short one will actually transfer correctly. These Chinese piece of crap USB-C cables. Here we go. Let's try this. Okay. But I don't understand. Like, they have something good going on. They don't need to, like, try to compete, you know? Okay, here we go. Finally, a good cable. Yeah, there was no reason it would take 13 minutes. But I don't really understand their like philosophy, because now stuff is finally like works from the past. So the past few months they were working on getting more and more apps, right? So all that past work is finally showing up. So they're finally getting developers and stuff. But then now they're canceling all money, all everything. And now all these apps are dropping in the middle of them pulling the plug on everything else. Like, why? Why? Like it's the worst time to buy anything on the Pico store, because you don't know how stable that store is. Like, you may as well spend your money on like on the Steam store, because you don't know how viable like the Pico store is going to be. Because they pretty much canceled everything, and they fired a lot of people, like 21%. On top of moving everyone away. And so like the company is literally halvesies of what it was. And then they just took everything out. And then they're like, "Oh yeah, buy all this stuff." Hello, Salvio. It's nice to see you. Yeah, and unfortunately, every single thing that Pico does is dumb. Like, why have two stores? Why have it? Why don't they just like have it set up so like the wall is built in to the IP address of where you're at? Like, block it within IP, the region that way, instead of trying to block it through firmware. Block it through like the area you're in. It would make more sense. And then like you can't buy this stuff if you're outside of China anyway. All right, so I'm going to screencast this, and actually, I mean, you guys already know how to do an update, so I'm just going to go ahead and just update the damn thing. I'm going from global to Chinese firmware on both my headsets, because it really doesn't matter about the store anymore, because all I use this thing for is PCVR. So let's go for it, and then I can test the region switcher that I made. It should be new enough to fight the region switching. So I don't really care if it breaks the store or not, because I really don't care at this point. There's really no point anymore to care about that. So let's go for it, and let's update offline. I don't know, maybe I just have a bad attitude. I don't know. I mean, if mostly what I do is big screen VR, then everything else shouldn't matter, right? Like having the Pico headset. Maybe the reason my ADB stuff wasn't working is because the USB cables were pieces of shit. So maybe I should just try again on this computer. Dude, that is a fast flash, man. Oh yeah, I forgot. It's the last third of it. Yeah, I'm trying to be thoughtful, but I still understand. Yeah, why why do they want to compete with Apple? Like literally, that's like saying like that's trying to say like Linux is trying to compete against Mac OS. Like that's no way. The Linux is so much better. I mean, look at the Steam Deck. I mean, how is Apple going to compete? Yeah, Meta's trying to do that, but they cheaped out. That Meta headset, the Quest 3. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry, but that Quest 3. The Quest 3 is shit. I got it. I got it from Best Buy, and within 12 hours, it was back at Best Buy. That's how bad the apps were. They weren't ready. And then the battery life was shit in the Quest 3. How are they supposed to like compete if their battery lives don't even the battery life doesn't fucking work? Hey 404. Yeah, I have a webcam. I had to get it for OnlyFans. I'm just kidding. I'm updating the Chinese 5.9 firmware that I just released into the Discord. So basically now it's in the releases, and I'm checking to see. Oh, thanks for coming by. Hola, ¿cómo estás? Hasta luego, my friend. Amigo. Yep. All right, let's see where we're at on this update. Hopefully. Yep, it's still updating. Still corrupting me to the Chinese firmware. And what's funny is I have like a bunch of Chinese, like I have a Chinese account anyway. Like, so if it makes me keep the Chinese account, I don't care. Whatever. But yeah. But I'm going to try the region switcher on this computer. If it doesn't work, then I'll try the region switcher on my other computer and see if the region switching is working or not. If it doesn't work, then I'll just log into my Chinese account. Who cares? Like, really. But yeah, I don't really like the Quest 3. I mean, I had it and it was just junk and I didn't like it. And I mean, really, okay. So we're talking about like the Pico 3, it was $350, right? Then you have so that's $350. Then you have the Quest 3, $550. And then you go ahead and you start like comparing the screens. And then you start comparing other features. And then you start comparing the PC app to the Pico 3 or the Pico 4. And you start to see the Pico just like outperform the Quest 3. And like how? It's supposed to be like a better processor and like the shit's like burning through battery and like and all that. I think what they're gonna do, and I could be wrong because I don't work for Pico, but what they're gonna do is they're gonna release the Pico 4 Pro again, re-release it. You know how they did with the Pico 3 Link? So the Pico 3 Link, they released the Pico 3 Pro, right? So they had the Pico 3 Pro, and then they re-released the Pro as a Pico 3 Link. So what I think they're gonna do next year is they're going to re-release the Pico 4 Pro as another product and actually support it. That's what I think they're going to do. Because they got to get rid of all that stock. Because they have all that old shit. And so they're going to re-release it like they did with the Pico 3 Link because we're getting rid of a lot of stock. So it might be worth buying the Pico, like the Pico 4, whatever they call it, the Pico 4 Plus or something. By that time, if the Pico 5 even releases, they might even release the next Steam VR headset, which would be even more worthwhile. Which is where I'm going to go, because YOLO, right? Okay, so I'm in the Chinese user center. I'm all logged out. Okay, I'm all logged out. Okay, streaming assistant. 9699. I'm still on the same version. So no update there. Settings, general, 590. It's up to date. Okay, so I have the latest firmware, but it logged me out of my account. So what we're going to try to do is we're going to actually try to reflash the region switcher back into it, since I want it global, right? We all want a global headset. We want to double check everything to make sure. So let's go ahead and do that. Since the streaming assistant, which was promised, didn't exist, and that's been over like 6 months, 5 or 6 months with the streaming assistant, we haven't seen an update. That's official update. We gotta gotta make sure that we know. Okay, so this is the latest and greatest version of the region switcher. Yep. Okay. Cool. So this is the latest and greatest. So I'm gonna install the drivers. Make sure. Okay, we're going to install the region switcher. We're going to wait for the Pico and see if it actually runs on my device. Nothing. Okay, I have to go to run my next computer. So let me go grab that and put it on the other computer there real quick. So just give me a moment while I grab the cable and grab the Pico. So we're going to go ahead and minimize everything. Windows M, and then we're going to go ahead and do region switcher version 4, and then I'll be right back. Hopefully it works now. Okay, I'm going to minimize and see where we're at here. Okay. Okay. Perfect. I put the streaming assistant from before on there, and it's just an old version. So I don't care about that. Downgrade. Okay. So I need to do a few things before I can do the downgrade or other things. So I gotta grab my Pico. I gotta clear the data on it because the upgrades from it. Because what happens is when it updates the firmware, it doesn't upgrade to the apps. So I gotta take the apps and uninstall that crap. So just give me a second here. And I'm so freaking tired today. App groups, right? And then I need to grab the store. And the store seems to be fine, actually. So all I want to do is actually just grab the show non-openable apps. Okay, cool. I just want to grab what's that called? The matrix, because the other stuff doesn't matter. It seems to be working fine. So all that I care about is getting and the user center seems fine. So I'll still downgrade the user center. We'll just, okay, user center, app info, the other user center, app info. Yeah, so there's like no reason for that. Okay, so all I'm looking for now is just the matrix. Here we go. Cool. App info. That is crazy. Okay. All right, I'm going to try logging in with my email. Count doesn't exist. Okay, so yeah. I love how the way Apple joins the VR industry when it's really saturated and lack of competition. Hopefully, it's a good sign though. I don't really think Apple's really going to be a threat to anything. I don't think they're going to be so close source. And like NPC VR isn't going to be a very big thing with them because they all care about themselves. They're actually going to harm the industry more than they're going to help it. They always do. They hurt they've hurt the cell phone industry for a long time. I hate to be a negative person like that, but I'm going to try to use the Pico's open Pico settings, and then I'm going to go in and see if I can go through a different way to clear my apps, because for some reason it's not letting me remove the upgrade the other way. So I'm going to try it this way. PUI matrix. Storage and count. Okay, so now it's not PUI matrix overseas. It's just PUI matrix. So I'm pretty much stuck with the Chinese app. So what I'm going to do is try flashing the Chinese firmware, the Chinese store, and that'll change my region to China as well, and see if then it can then be flashed back to global. So I'm going to try that. But the store and all that stuff shouldn't need to be touched because it's kind of the store and everything is good. But it's what a pain in the ass. Okay, China store. Failed. Okay. Well, I can just sign into my store because it failed. Failed. Okay. Well, I'm going to switch it to the Chinese location. within the headset and just sign in. I'm pretty much do not flash if you need global. I'm gonna have to tell people that. All right, so basically the Pico 3 or the Pico 4 firmware and the Pico 3 China headset, they're both, there's nothing you can do to upgrade or to use the global store. So do not flash the firmware if you want global features, because the global features are locked within the headset. So let me go ahead and grab my headset and then yeah. So I'm gonna go and sign into my Chinese headset, I guess. And what's funny is I only really use my the global store anyway, or I only use the streaming assistant anyway, so it doesn't really matter what I do. So just kind of sucks because I'm logged out of everything. But the store is still the same. It's just that the account can't be used. So I'll have to just log in with my phone number. Which I don't care. Is it this other number? Maybe it's a different password. Yeah, different password. I'm logged in with my Chinese account. I can buy. Wait a minute. Can I buy like stuff with the Chinese account now? Because the store shows up with the American prices with my Chinese account, which is strange. My question is, can I install? Oh, I can't use my Among Us because I paid for Among Us on there. My question is if I go and get a free app that I don't own yet, can I download it? Let's try this piece of shit. Couldn't place the order. Try again later. Soccer. Get. Okay, so the store does, it just shows the stuff in the store, but it doesn't allow it to connect because it's the global store, not the Chinese store. It's odd. Anyway, I might have to fix the store at a later time. I have to fix the store because the store is broke. That's pretty funny. I have to go in and fix it. because the store doesn't show up anything. So I have to like go in and like fix the store because the store shows everything as normal. You know, I don't know why they keep doing this like region stuff. I really don't understand the region changes, like why they block it via region. But like they shouldn't do that. Like that makes it so people don't want to like ever own their product. So I'm gonna go back in, go back to apps, fix the store, go over there. Because it's not gonna sign me out of anything. Uninstall updates to the store. Okay. Storage and cache. Delete. Cool. All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and run the store again. So it'll be just a second. I'll be right back. I mean, when they run that, when they run the store, when they do the next update for the Chinese store, it's just gonna fix anyway, and I could just flash the regular firmware because this is a beta version. So basically, the next store version, I can just flash it over, and it doesn't really freaking matter because I can like change the region. It doesn't really freaking matter. That's why I did it because I was like, there was nothing to lose, you know. Because it really doesn't matter, and I haven't really played Among Us anyway. And if I want to play Among Us VR, I'll just play it through Steam. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and run the store bat. Okay, store's fixed. See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? Oh my goodness. Literally retarded. Like, yeah, let's go ahead and like make it so you can't use the store. Oh, you flashed the firmware and you're on Chinese firmware now? Oh, whoa. Oh, whoa. Accept. Yep, I'm still logged in. And you know what's the cool thing is I can like, just update my thing. So now I can like update my like other apps that are Chinese only. So now I can install like apps that were locked to my account. Like why does this app show? But then I go to click it to install it. Oh, see, there's a new Pico video app that was like outdated. And like this one's like out, not even here. So let's go ahead there. So the new Pico video app is like updating. And then there's like another Pico video app. I can uninstall that because there's no reason. There we go. I can update, what's this one? Illegal signature. Why is that illegal signature? I don't get the Blitz thing. So is Blitz like pay now? That's weird. I wonder if my video player will work or not. Doesn't pass copyright. So my video players aren't going to work because I don't have the copyright to the Chinese video player, which is fine because I use like, oh, okay, not now. Okay, cool. So how many days have I had this? 5 days. So this one actually works fine. That's funny. So I can use this app, which is fine, between 2 different versions, which I'm surprised that it did that. That's so odd. But maybe they changed something in this. Okay. Well, it is what it is. So strange. So strange. Okay. All right. Well, I am very exhausted from work. And it's just going to be one of those days tomorrow, too. Okay. So we got that. Yeah, do not upgrade for sure, dude. That is not a good idea. They all right, because people are gonna flash this shit and then be like, "Oh, why isn't it working? Why isn't it working?" Because I don't have the fucking files. That's why it's not working. Okay. I mean, literally, we don't have the beta of the 5.9.0. You know, for global, we only have what we have. So like, if we only have what we have, then there's no way that we can get a newer version. There's no 5.9. So it's only for China, you know. So you get to China, then you have the 5.9.0, which is this is a beta. So yeah, it is what it is, and there's no way I can fix that unless I go through some files and try to like change it. But I don't see any way to do that. Unless we have root, and then if we had root, then it would work. I don't know. It's exhausting. I just wish they didn't allow it to work. But anyway, I just wanted to make the video so people could see what not to freaking do, because now I won't be able to use my virtual desktop or Among Us app that I bought and other few apps. Because it's China. But I can still use Streaming Assistant, which that's what I normally use anyway. So I'm not. It's not like a big deal. I still sign in my account because that's what I do. But I thank you guys for watching. I think I'm gonna close it up. Thanks for being there, and have a good rest of your day. And yeah, bye now.